good people, and welcome back to my channel where we obviously talk everything property and property investing. So if you have recently bought a property, have plans to buy property in the near future, or you're just mainly interested in property investing, then this might be the content and the channel for you. So please do me a favor, guys, and just hit that subscribe button just to make sure you don't miss out on any new content and to just continue learning from my horrible property mistakes. This is Property Talk with Yarns. If you are new here, Ikamalam Yolanda Wakwakacha, aka Manala, and let's just get right into it. So recently, I shared a video where I talked about some of my property mistakes and just some of the things I wish I knew before buying my first property. And I think my number one greatest mistake which I made, and I regret up until this day, is not negotiating on the purchase price of my properties, right? And guys, if you take anything out of this video, it's that everything is negotiable, okay? Let me repeat that. Everything is negotiable. And I know today specifically we're talking about property, but generally in life, I think you need to move with the wisdom of never accepting the first offer, right? And just learn how to negotiate. Literally, it needs to be part of your DNA, right? Saving a few bucks here and there, and sometimes it can be a lot of money, literally needs to be part of your DNA. So back to property. As mentioned, poor Yolanda did not negotiate the price on any of the properties I bought, and literally I just accepted the first offer that was given. Why? Well, number one, I didn't know any better, but also I was just under the impression that it's impossible to negotiate a brand new property in a new development, especially if the demand is high. Granted, it might be difficult, but the point I'm trying to make is that I didn't even give myself a fighting chance, right? And I'm really hoping that you guys won't make the same mistakes as me. Today, we will be talking about the importance of negotiating, and more specifically, what it is that you should negotiate on your journey of purchasing your property, right? And basically, we'll just touch on three main things that you should definitely negotiate on the journey. Let's start with the purchase price of a property. So, okay, hypothetical scenario. By the way, this is how you do things once you actually know better. So let's say Yolanda is ready to buy her third property, goes on to Property 24 or any other property portal that has listings. And after, a few hours of searching, finally I have found the perfect place. But the price maybe looks a bit too high and is not within my budget. What does Yolanda do? Well, firstly, she does not panic. Why? Because she knows that the price you see on the property portals is actually not the final price. And I'm telling you guys, it's very rare that the sellers who sell their property actually sell it at the asking or the listed price, right? And basically, the only thing you have to do as a potential buyer is do your due diligence, understand the price trend in the suburb, and the market value of the property that you actually want to purchase. The nice thing is that you can actually get this information from various online reports, and the most well-known one is the Lightstone property report. I will post the link down below. It does unfortunately come at a cost, but I think, totally worth it. And this report is great because it gives you a valuation of the property you want to buy so that you are able to understand what the market price is, right? And trust me, guys, the price that you see on Property 24 and the figure that you get from this report, I can almost guarantee you will never, ever be the same. If you have a private banker, you can also use the services of the bank to help you valuate your property. This is free compared to actually using online reports. What do you want to do, right? When you are looking to buy a property, start off with at least 20 to 30% of a lower offer than what you see on your Property 24 or your private property website. But obviously this decision will depend on the market value of the property as well. After you've done your due diligence and done some digging. But please guys, never ever go with an offer that is equal to what you see on Property 24. I simply don't do it. If you want to even take it a step further, now this is for serious property investors, you want to actually find a distressed seller that is open to negotiation, right? At a price that is like way below market value. What is a distressed seller? This is someone who wants to get rid of the property ASAP, pronto. Maybe they have debt they need to settle, or they can't afford the payment of the property anymore, or they need to relocate. The main pain here is that they need to get rid of this property, and you might just be their knight in shining armor, ready to save them. Now, I have to repeat and say that even if you guys don't find a distressed seller, please never accept the first offer on the table. Do not shoot yourself in the foot. But also at the same time, you want to do as much research as possible and arm yourself. Make sure you have the right information so that the offer you do make actually does make a lot of sense. The second thing to negotiate. Now, people will always say that when you are purchasing a property, they will say things like, never approach too many banks for finance because, this will affect your credit score, which is true. But I think it has such a minimal effect compared to the money that you could actually save by just making sure that you get the lowest possible interest rate, right? You want to negotiate the interest rate as well as your bank fees, like the initiation fee of your home loan. So if a bank you apply to provides you with a letter of grant, this basically means that they have provisionally accepted financing your deal. You take that letter, approach at least 2 other banks minimum, compare, and basically use that letter to negotiate a better deal with the next bank. It's so important, guys. Please note that just because you bank with a certain bank doesn't mean that they are guaranteed to give you the best home loan interest rate or deal. So please do shop around. So for example, if Bank A offers you a 7% interest rate, take that letter of grant, show it to Bank B and say, hey, Bank B, look what Bank A has given me. Can you guys do better than 7% by any chance? How badly do you actually want my money? And just keep on playing that game until you get the best possible interest rate. Trust me, this will save you a lot of money in the long run. Then there's also the initiation fee, which is also included in the letter of grant. And basically, the bank charges you this fee for administration, for granting you the bond, as well as for the evaluation that they have to do on your property. Now, most people don't know this, but it's actually negotiable. You are able to negotiate your initiation fee, and sometimes you can even waive it completely, just waive it completely. Third and last point, something else that you should negotiate is the bond cancellation clause. Basically, you are required to give the bank about 90 days notice when you intend on canceling the bond or settling the bond in full, right? i.e. selling your property. And if you don't give this 90 days notice, there is usually a cancellation fee that is applicable. Now, if you guys think about it, this cancellation clause is actually quite a bit ridiculous, because basically what it means is that you must know 3 months beforehand that you intend to sell your house or your property, right? And I think in today's fast-paced world, you could literally put your property up for sale today and get an offer tomorrow. So I definitely think it's worthwhile to negotiate this clause. And if you can, just have it completely removed from the contract. So that pretty much covers the basics of what you need to negotiate when buying a property, whether it's your first, second, any property. It's not just limited to these points that I've mentioned in the video, but I think these are like the most important. And I really hope that it will save you a lot of money in the long run when you apply these techniques and tools mentioned in this video. So please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment and just, show some love for your girl. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, I hope you learned something. See you in the next video. Ciao.